Hello and welcome everyone. I'm very happy that many of you are already listening. Tobias is connected also via Facebook, so if you have any questions, please just write it in the comments and we will try to answer it as soon as possible. So today I will talk about I will give you an overview, a basic overview about our equipment and basic software functions. And we are starting right away with the vinyl case you will receive with every scanner. And the first thing I'm going to show you is, of course, the USB stick. You have the installation file on it and the calibration folder for the device, which is unique for every scanner. And in addition to that, you also have an IFU so that you know how to make the installation and how to deal with the software. Good. What else do we have inside the device? We are going to the scanner equipment. So right here I have the 3D calibration model, and this is tactile measured from a huge tactile coordinate system, and we have two values on the side. And the first number is the distance between the two squares, and the second number is the height from the cylinder. And with this object you have to perform your calibration, and this has to be done only once in a month and after the first software installation, of course. And if you're going to move the device, it is also recommended to repeat the calibration. What else can you do with this model? We can use it also for an accuracy test, and because we know the values from the distances, we can load it in a different CAD software and afterwards measure it and check the accuracy we have. But this will be a video in the near future. Okay, in addition to that, we also have the normal model holder with the screws. So if you have models which are not articulated, like this for example, you can just simply place it on the adapter and fix it like this. And yeah, so very easy. So next thing is the multi-case holder. You can use this holder for the standalone multi-case version. That means you can place until 11 stumps inside the holder and scan them all together. Or the other possibility is to use the multi-die presentation. That means you are performing a global scan from a model, and afterwards you are taking each stump out, put it inside the adapter, and then perform the scan. And the software will recognize automatically the position on the model. And yeah, if you are using 1 till 3 stumps, you have to use special positions. These, I hope you can see this, you have to use these positions because we are then using a special scan strategy, and this makes it easier for us. We know the positions, and we can have a very fast strategy behind it. And if you're using more than four or more stumps, the strategy is different, and you don't have to select a different special position, and you can put it everywhere you want. Good. That's not it. We also have our flexible object holder, and this comes with the 2 putter fix. And you can use this in order to put some putter fix on it, and afterwards you can place a normal model also on this adapter. Good. Let me show you the triple tray impression holder. We have 2 parts. This is the bottom part of it, and then we have the upper part with a clamp, and you can put triple tray impressions in it. But you can also use this now with the new software version for complete impressions. So you can scan the upper jaw and the lower jaw, and afterwards scan a registration, and the alignment will be performed in the Exocad software. So you don't need to scan models. You can also use this in order to scan full impressions. Good. This is quite a new feature we have right here, the 4 teeth bar, and you will use it together with the universal plate right here, and it will be placed in the middle. And why should you use it? For example, if you have your twin tray models, you will place the stumps inside the 4 teeth bar and the upper jaw and the lower jaw next to it. And then you only have to perform this step, and before you have to do the vestibular scan, and that's it. You only have to do 2 scan steps, and normally you have to perform the upper jaw scan, afterwards the presentation, then the lower jaw, the presentation again, and then the vestibular scan. That means you have to perform 5 scans, and now you just need to do 2. So this is very time saving and a quite nice feature. Yeah, we also offer a handmade dust cover, but you all know that it is not necessary because we have a lid, and you can scan the scan open and closed, and after you've finished your work you can basically just close the lid in order to avoid dust infect on the camera and so on. But if you want to have, we also provide a handmade dust cover. We also offer a occlusion clip for upper and lower jaw, which means you can place models which are not articulated on the object holder and fixate them with these clips. But of course, you can also use just silicone in order to bring the models together, or you are going to use a rubber band and fix it, or put it like this around, and this is also very good. And what's also new is the Baltic denture key. You can use this key for the Baltic denture system from Merz. Yeah, in general, you might have noticed we don't have an adapter plate for the articulators. That's because it is simply not needed with the vinyl. We have a big system plate inside the device, and you don't need to put any kind of SRM plate or whatever inside. You just take your articulator and place it on the system plate. It has a slip-free rubber mat on it, and you can just place any articulator you want inside without changing tons of plates. This is also quite good. And this is also referring to the name vinyl, because the system plate looks like an old vinyl plate, and therefore we decided to name our scanner vinyl scanner, so that you know where the name comes from. Of course, I want to show you the different kind of plates. For example, we have here the SRM adapter plate. Inside the device is a multi-split plate, but of course, if you're using different kind of articulators, you need some plates. If you don't want to use the object holder, you can and want to scan articulated models, these plates are very helpful. And yeah, I would just to say this is all original equipment from SRM. So yeah, it's very good, because it's not good if the models are moving on these plates. That makes the scan very inaccurate. Yeah, as you see, we also have this for the SRM adapter and the Prota adapter plate, and of course also for the whip mix. Good, let us continue with the software functions. There you can just have an overview of the general functions, but most of them I already told you about. So the vinyl and the vinyl high resolution comes with the complete package. The only difference is that within the vinyl we are using a 1.3 megapixel camera, and the vinyl high resolution has a 2.8 megapixel camera, and therefore you can switch from a low resolution mode to high resolution mode with the high resolution. Yeah, a virtual articulator is clear. All the other things. Let me just come back to the second die feature. That means if you don't want to use the multi-die adapter, you can also leave all the stumps on the model. And second die means just that you have to remove every second die. And then, for example, he's going to scan this stump, and afterwards you have to put this back again and remove this in order to have a good presentation, and that the optics from the device is able to see every kind of position from the stumps. Good. Some other general software functions, some workflow tools. We have the automatic cutting plane, which is quite interesting. There's an algorithm behind, and after you have scanned the model, you will have an automatic cutting plane which aligns to the margin line and will directly allow you to cut a lot of data away, which makes the post-processing very fast, and yeah, you will save a lot of time if you use this. Yeah, let me also tell you something about the combine mesh feature. If you're using or want to scan a complete prosthetic thing, you can scan first the upper side and afterwards the lower side, and you can combine two STL and PLY files to one file afterwards. Yeah, the correction scan is also a quite nice feature if you have at a preparation or a stump where some how to say that, you don't like how the stump looks and you have to prepare it in a different way. You can use the correction scan the stump once again, and you will remove basically the old data with the new one. Yeah, rescan mode should be clear to everyone. If you have some missing areas, you can just enter the rescan mode, and it will perform a lot of scans from different kind of perspectives. Modify mesh means cutting the surface, general cutting tools in order to have a good mesh and PLY afterwards. Yeah, we have different kind of presentation modes. You can use the articulator for the Amann-Gierbach, SRM, Axial split. You can see it down below. We have the condyle related scanning process. These values are saved within the scanner software, and we are passing the values to the exocad, for example. And all other articulators will be scanned with mean values. But of course, you don't have to use an articulator. You can also just use the object holder and place two models on it and scan them just in occlusion. You can also just have a complete jaw scan or a complete jaw scan fast. That's also possible. Good. Yeah, just in general, the software is completely open. You can use it as a standalone solution, and you don't have to place a dongle inside, or you have license fees. We are a partner from exocad since, I don't know, many years. But we also have an interface to the OnyxCEF software and, of course, to the Baltic denture system. Now I want to show you something some people might not know. We have a smart optics university where you can have a look at all kind of videos we provide you. And for example, we have here the manual alignment. Tobias told you on Monday something about it, but you can also use this now if you have some time and check some cool features. yeah, but of course, Tobias and I will keep you up to date within the next week with some very interesting topics. Yeah, thank you very much for listening. That was just a very short presentation of the accessory box, the equipment, and the software functions. Next week on Monday, Tobias will tell you something about the telescopic workflow, which is very interesting. And I will show you a special ball model. We will scan this one, and afterwards we are loading it in a different CAD software. And I will show you how to check the real accuracy from such kind of model, which is also quite interesting and good to know how to check or verify the accuracy from the device. Okay, thank you very much, and stay safe. And yeah, it was nice to give you some information from our company. Bye.